Welcome student. Today we study the plant morphology topic which is in our paper 1. It is important. It also you study in biology subject in our and also in our crop science subject. The plant morphology means that is the study of various external features of the plant is called plant morphology. Plant morphology is the branch of biology which deals with the study of forms and structure of the plant. It includes the study of external and internal morphology. Flowering plants identified and described and also classified on the basis of their morphology. A flowering plant has a long cylindrical axis which differentiated into two groups, that is underground root system and number second aerial shoot system. The root system consists the main root and its lateral branches, and shoot system has stem, branches, leaves and flowers. The roots, stem and leaves are the vegetative organ of the plant. At the maturity, the flowering plant produces flowers and fruit and seeds. These are the reproductive organ of the plant. Now we initially study the underground root system. So in this point we initially study the definition of root. Root is a non-green underground descending portion of the plant axis is known as a root. Then we study the types of root. There are three types of root. Number one, normal roots. When the roots basically when roots are initially radicle is formed while the germination of seeds, then the radicle goes initially form the root system or root, and after that it develop or grow the shoot system which is initially known as a plumule, and initially radicle is formed and after that plumule is formed. Plumule goes or grow above the soil surface into the air and sunlight, but the radicle grow downward direction into the soil away from the sunlight in a dark. So then we study the what is the normal roots. All roots that develop from the radicle either directly from its branches are called as a normal root. Then the second, taproot. Taproot means the base roots are tapered to the root axis, tapering to the root axis. So these are known as a taproot. It is produced or it is directly prolongation of the radicle from the primary root, and if it persists and continues to grow, giving rise to the main root of plant is called taproot. That is the dicotyledon type seeds or dicotyledon plants produce the taproot. Then the third type we study secondary and tertiary roots. The taproot system normally grows vertically downward to a shorter or longer depth as it grows and produces the lateral branches known as a secondary root, and these in turn produce tertiary roots, and all these roots together form the taproot system of the plant. So Next point, we should study the types of root system. The root system is grouped into three systems. Number one, taproot system. Number second, adventitious root system. And number third, fibrous root system. Initially, taproot system, all secondary and tertiary roots, including main root, usually form from radicle and grow vertically downward direction into the soil, is known as a taproot system. Then the secondary taproot system is mainly found in dicotyledon type seeds, that is the gram, groundnut, etc. Then the adventitious root system, the roots that grow from any part of the plant body or organ other than radicle, is known as an adventitious root system or adventitious roots, and this system is known as a adventitious root system. Majorly, these roots are formed at the base of node or internode, so or other than radicle. In this root system, radicle is not formed, so these roots are not formed or developed through the radicle. This point should be also carefully study or listen. Then number third one is the fibrous root system. What is fibrous root system? And fibrous root system, where primary roots does not persist or primary roots are not developed. A cluster of slender root is seen to grow from the base of stem. Such roots known as a fibrous root, and this system is known as a fibrous root system. Fibrous root system present only upper the soil layer. And number fourth one is the foliar root system. Foliar root system, in this system, these roots are formed from leaf petiole or leaf veins, is known as a foliar roots, and these roots are mainly developed or grow by commonly due to the injury of that part or organ of the plant. So it produces or it is known as a foliar root system. So next one is we study the parts of root. Parts of root, that is the roots are developed from different parts which is play an important role to give mechanical support to the plant, absorb the minerals, and plant remain vertically downward, vertically erect direction as a well established. So parts of roots are play an important role while the developing of the plant or seedling. Then we study the parts of root. Number one, there is a following, it is also known as a regions of root or parts of root. Number one, there is a root cap. Root cap, each root is covered at the apex by a sort of cap, is known as a root cap, and it is the protective layer or protection. It gives protection to the root when it penetrates into the soil and gummy or slimy mucilage-like substance is also produced from the part or from the root cap. So it make or to protect the root while it develop or prolong in and penetrate into the soil. So generally in aquatic type plant, majorly root cap is absent. So there is no root cap formed in aquatic type plant. Aquatic type plants, that is known as which are grow in water, that is known as aquatic plants. Then the second part or region is the region of cell division. It is also known as a meristematic zone of root. This is growing apex of the root, laying within and little beyond the root cap and extend to a length of few millimeters. It is responsible for longitudinal growth of the root. So it is also important that the development or make a length in millimeter, few millimeter. So these are the important region. Number third one region is the region of elongation, or it is also known as a zone of elongation. This part lies above the meristematic region and extend a length of few millimeter. The cells of this region undergo and rapid elongation and enlargement, and it is responsible for the growth in length of the root. The cells of this region helps the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. So this third one region or part is the important. Then we study the next part of the plant. Number 4, that is the region of maturation, or it also known as a region zone of absorption. The region or this part of root lies above the region of elongation and extends upward. It is the uppermost major part of the root and consists the matured cell. It consists, or in this region matured cells are majorly found. The externally at the basal portion, this region produces the cluster of very fine and delicate thread-like structure known as a root hairs, or we should also, it is also known as a fibrous root. These root hairs are essentially or adhere the soil particles and absorb the water and mineral salts from the soil particle. So these are the important regions of the root. We should, when we study or make a point, that time the regions of root are also shows as a diagrammatic description. So these are the explanation of regions of the root or parts of the root. Then we study the characters of root. There are different characters of root. Number 1, root is a descending organ of plant and primary root is directly prolongation of the radicle. Then second one is the roots are non-green and cylindrical in shape. Third one is the Roots are grow downward away from the light or sunlight. Number fourth one is the roots does not normally bear the buds. The roots end in and it protected and it produce are protected by the root cap. And next one is the root bears unicellular hairs. Root hair occurs in cluster all over the tender part of young roots, a little behind the root cap, but as the root grows, older root hairs are died off and new roots are also formed behind the apex of the root. Then the lateral roots always develop from inner layer, so they said endogenous. On the other hand, the branches develop from few outer layer, so that it also said that the exogenous, the roots are not bear or form nodes and internodes. It should also we also write as a nodes and internodes are not developed on root. So these are the important characters of root. These characters are also asked for our exam. Next one is also we study the or character we write down as a root system is homogeneous. Root system is homogeneous. So these are the important characters of root system which are studied in this video or lecture, and next video we studied the next point on root topic. So in second lecture, that is the functions of root, and then we study the modification of root. So student, we study in our remaining points in our next video. Thank you.